working outs in your cell, and in all your study, your TV, your canteen, everything's in your cell except for shower. You get a shower every other day, 5-minute shower, to and from the shower in handcuffs. So as I was housed there, bro, like I said, the level of commitment, the level of involvement, it started to continue. And it started off like, honestly, bro, I'll be real about it. My relationship started with artwork, bro. And that's in truth because I used to always draw. And at that time, I used to just do like little cartoon characters, bro. Betty Boops and Eminem characters and Mickey Mouse, like silly stuff, bro. Like, and Artie, though, Artie liked that stuff because he's always sending it to his old lady, to his wife or his girlfriend at that time. So once he found out I knew how to do these little characters, he said, hey, draw this for me, draw that for me, draw this for me. And he'd send me like these postcards. And with a bunch of, he had a whole stack of postcards, probably 100 postcards of all different, images of Betty Boop. So he'd send me one with this Betty Boop, and I would trace it, and I would do it and send it back. And then as soon as I send it back, he'd send another 2 more to do two cards like this, 2 cards like that, 2 cards like this, and I always did it. I always did what I was asked, bro. I always did what I was asked. Anything else I was asked of even very small and minor things, I always did it. Hold this kite or pass this. And I became, with time, viewed as somebody that was reliable, somebody that was trustworthy, somebody that had a track record of being committed to the gang by the violence I had been involved in already. At that point, I already had 3 stabbings, bro. I was 23 years old. I had the slicing from Pelican Bay when I sliced a guy's throat. I had the situation when I sliced Beaver, and then the other situation when I sliced Beaver and Pelon from Corona from Crown Town. The guy in the county jail, Shady from Ontario Black Angels, Michael Balterama, and I had already 4 stabbings, bro, at 23 years old. So the thing is, I was already viewed as, okay, he's already got, that check mark that he's committed on top of a gang-related murder and broad day in front of 100 witnesses, you know what I mean? And on top, I didn't do drugs and those things, so I didn't involve myself in those type of things. So I was always asked, I always did what I was asked, and above and beyond, bro. Anything else? So with course of time, that's how the situation developed, bro. That's how my relationship honestly occurred with Artie from King Cobras, and that was the major figure in which I ended up socializing and doing most of my dirt with for years, bro. For years and years and years. I was connected at his hip, bro, for over 10 years, and you name it, we did it, bro. I participated in everything from the top to the bottom, bro. With and or was there when it occurred, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just being real, bro. It was real. It was real fucking gangster shit, bro. And just keeping it real. Homeboy was a straight gangster. Artie from King Cobra's crime partner is Joe Morgan. For those who don't know who he is, he's a very infamous member, a very influential, and he's dead now. He died in '94. They used to call him Jose. CDC has him documented as Peg Leg, but nobody would dare ever call him that, ever. I mean, he was an iconic figure, and he was very well respected and appreciated and valued and adored and loved to this day, even though he's been dead, 30 years. And he's still an iconic figure within that group of individuals, as well as just criminal stuff in total in California. Everyone has heard the name that's done time. And he's been dead 30 years. He died in Corcoran of stomach cancer. Yeah, I know Sneaky, bro. I know Sneaky's from San Diego, but like I never heard of his stories or nothing, but from what I understand and from talking, and the things he said, bro, they're not accurate. I'm just being honest, bro. I don't got no horse in the race no more. It's not accurate, some of the things he's saying and said. He was Güero Celi. I was there when they made Güero Vedre. At that time, he wasn't going by Güero Vedre. He was going by Güero from Verdugo and Andy Rodriguez. And I know him well. I know Güero really good, bro. Güero was a decent dude, but I mean, he had some negative things to him too, bro. And he got made on a fluke, bro. He got made on some straight sapo shit. And a lot of people were upset about it that I knew that were in my car because we felt like we were committed to that lifestyle wholeheartedly. And here was some dude who was faking and shaking and got made on a fluke, bro. And there was a lot of anger towards him and some other members that got made there at the time. Another good touch on later, you know, I don't mind, you know, sharing the truth, bro. These are factual things, not no made up stuff. But I heard that Sneaky was saying that he was going to get made. That's completely inaccurate. I heard he was saying that he was running everything for a member named Duty from Cucamonga. That's inaccurate. I heard that that he's made himself to a figure of being deeply involved in that lifestyle, and in truth, he wasn't, bro. He drove up from Kern Valley State Prison with a bunch of issues because he had got in conflict and aligned himself with a group of individuals that were working for a member named Derko from Bassett. And the problem with that situation is Artie, who was a member for 30 years, an iconic figure, George Morgan's crimey, who had a lot of clout, a lot of influence. He was very intelligent, very smart. He's been to college. He was in Vietnam. He aligned himself with a group of individuals named of Derko's workers that were in conflict with Artie, and basically we're saying fucking they didn't give a heck, they didn't give a shit what Artie said and what Artie did. So when he came to Corcoran, bro, I mean, like I just drove up to Corcoran. When I drove to that validated unit, I wasn't scared, but I mean, it's different when you're around regular people or regular homies, and it's entirely different when you're around the leadership. When you're meeting individuals that make the decisions. And Sneaky came, bro. He was scared to death, man. Like, I mean, I was scared to death. I'll keep it real. I mean, it's different, bro. It's different. But he was scared to death for a different reason, bro. I was nervous because I never met these guys. It's a different program. He was scared to death because he had aligned himself with a rival faction of another member that was housed in that unit. And he's lucky he didn't get whacked, bro, and or killed, because individuals in those units are committed to kill. Like, everybody is making efforts to get made. You know what I mean? Everyone is is hopeful to get an opportunity to be, looked at for membership, bro. And one of the things within one of the things that the gang praises is death, man. It is murder. It's blood in, blood out type of thinking. There's a lot of members that never made their bones, so to speak, that have never killed, but yet they're made. But ultimately, at some point, they're required to kill, bro. That's just the way it is. Sometimes they get a pass and they're able to make their bones down the road. But no real member, bro. No, within the gang, bro. Privately, man, there's politics within the gang too, and they privately hate on dudes that have never made their bones, bro. You know what I mean? Homeboy, he never made his bones type of thing. I've heard it many times, bro, about individuals, yeah, Sneaky, bro. Sneaky just he was just a camarada, bro. He was just a sureño that drove up and he had a bunch of issues. And I've heard now, like, he's claiming, he was going to get made. That's not true, bro. Cut it out. We're lying. You know what I mean? That's not true. These gangs, all of these gangs, bro, have very, very small people that ever get a vote. That ever get that look. And in truth, bro, he was a drug addict, homie. He overdosed right there on the tier where they had to end up administrating CPR to him right there in 4B3, right, C-section top tier. He overdosed, bro, on heroin right there. I think he's read a lot of books. Or he's read Boxer's book, or he maybe he had a phone, bro, and he watched some YouTube, and he's created some stories for himself, maybe for his own financial interest, because I heard homeboy over there on that other channel pays for stories. Like, right here, bro, let's keep it real. We just had a conversation and say, hey, bro, you want to tell your story? And at first I was opposed to it, and then as time progressed, I said, you know what, what's done is done, bro. These are factual things. These are truths. These are not, fabricated stories. So, with limit of a few things that I prefer not to discuss, like, I'm an open book, bro. I got nothing to hide. I'm not the same individual, which we haven't even gotten into yet, to this person that we're talking about right now. Who I am today is not this person that we're discussing in this conversation,
Exactly.
So, Yeah, so we haven't even got there yet, though, bro. But we'll get there. In truth, yeah, but Sneaky, bro, I don't want to speak down on anybody, but yeah, bro, those are. There's probably very, very little truth to some of them stories, or he's heard it's a bunch of hearsay, and he's created it his own storyline in that he was that person, bro. And a lot of people do that, bro. There's a lot of people that do that, bro. I mean, there's a lot of people in here that do that, bro. And I know factual events that occurred when homeboy saying, yeah, when this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and that happened, and I always laugh like, that shouldn't happen, bro. I was there. Like, how, I know what occurred, bro. I know what happened. I was there.
Most definitely, man.
Sneaky from San Diego is one of those characters, bro. So anybody who's listening to him and they're looking for factual truths, take it with a grain of salt, because the truth is that most of them things he's saying are inaccurate and fabricated. I heard a story that he told in regards to Duty, right? For example, he's saying this is what happened with Duty Estrada. You know, that Duty Estrada he was at somebody's house, and that they were in the front yard, and then there was a conflict, and someone put a gun on top of the car, and then the cops came, and the girl was supposed to say this or say that, and that's not true. That's not even remotely true, bro. Not even a tiny bit true. This is what happened. Rudy Estrada was at Frankie B's house, the one that died, the big homie. They killed him. They left. Frankie, Rudy Estrada, and a chick. They got on the freeway, and as they got on the freeway, they got pulled over by the highway patrol. It wasn't no gang cop. It wasn't no city police. It wasn't even the cops at all. It was a highway patrol. And when they got pulled over, they pulled them out the vehicle, and they asked, is there a gun in the vehicle? And Duty Estrada, Duty from Cuca, says that the gun in the vehicle, there is a gun in the vehicle, and it belongs to the chick he's with. That's what happened. That's fact, bro. That's truth. But Sneaky said that, you know, city police, and there was a conflict, and they put a gun on a car. That's not true, bro. That is not true. They got pulled over on the freeway by the highway patrol. Duty told the highway patrol that the gun in the vehicle belonged to the chick. The chick says, hey, bullshit. We never had no agreement that I was going to ride no gun beef. I didn't know there was a fucking gun, blah, 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 blah. She's saying that Duty's a rat. Your homeboy's a straight rat. They both go to jail for this gun. She gets out of jail the next day, bails out, goes to Frankie B's house, and tells Frankie B, hey, what's up with your homeboy, dude? Like, he straight fucking told the cops that the gun in the vehicle was my gun. I ain't got no gun. Fucking blah, 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 blah. So Frankie started putting it out there basically after he got the paperwork that what's up with Duty, man? You know what I mean? You don't do that shit. Duty's saying this. His side of the story is that the cops are lying. The cops set him up. So you know, I've heard these private conversations because of my association with, you know, being embedded with these Mexican Mafia members. You know, they were like, the highway patrol set you up? Why would a highway patrol set you up? Come on, man. This isn't SSU. This isn't the IGI. This isn't the local police from Rancho Cucamonga. This is a highway patrol. He doesn't know who you are. Why would he fabricate this story that you, you know, that you said the gun in the vehicle belonged to the girl? So the truth is that they believed it privately that that Duty fucking really said that, bro. And that's not the first situation where Duty's a rat. You know what I mean? He told another story I heard in regards to when Duty got made in Pelican Bay. Completely inaccurate, completely fabricated, completely not true. So I guess the bros, you know, he's just selling stories, bro. I mean, but I mean, if they want factual shit, I mean, like I said, bro, like that those are fabricated stories, you know, for whatever purpose he's attempting to sell a story or to get a book. And he was always respectful back there, homie. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta live amongst each other. So it's just like in your community, whether you like your neighbor or you don't like your neighbor, or, you know, the people across the street, you still, you know, practice common courtesy and respect because, hey, they're your neighbor and you guys all live in that same community, you know. So it's the same thing in there. It's just the same thing in here. It's just like your neighbors in the street. So, I mean, everybody respects everybody, bro. You know, everyone looks out for everybody, just as you would your neighbors in the street, so to speak, you know. And, you know, it was was always respect and common courtesy, and and people were always helpful in the end too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was cool, bro. It was cool, man. The thing is, this is as with any group or any ethnic group or any gang, you usually you get numbers. You start getting numbers, and you start seeing a little change in behavior. So that it was no different because that's where the collective of them individuals were. Like a dude Nicky, a dude named Blinky, Ronnie Irwin, or Little Ronnie Irwin, I think they call him. Thumper from San Diego. There's a bunch of them, bro. There was a handful of them right there, And then they had all their followers too, or true believers, or the individuals they considered friends that they had moved in amongst them. So, I mean, it was definitely their spot. You know what I mean? But they treated us well too. They didn't treat us like outsiders. I mean, because just 10 steps over behind the door was a complete opposite. You know what I mean? Where it was a pot of all Mexicans, no blacks, and one white fellow. You know what I mean? So so I mean, so they treated us well as well. We were all respectful too. They were cool. There was never really no issues. There was some minor little knick-knack stuff, but at that point in time, and when I was right there among all them individuals, everything was peaceful. Nothing was really going on. You know what I mean? They conducted themselves well, and the crazy thing is this is for them to be ethnically, Caucasian group, no white power, bro. You know what I mean? So to be that, but the crazy thing is to be in that pod, homie, that they were in. It's also where all the BGF were at. You know what I mean? They were all right there, all of them.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Which was probably, I mean, I don't know why he ended up like that, but that's the way it was, which was a trip. You know what I mean? There was always friendly rivalry stuff going on, but there was never really like no serious stuff, bro. I mean, there was, but I mean, I don't even remember one real serious incident where some stuff was going on. Other than that, it was usually peaceful, bro. You know what I mean? Like I kicked out some dust over TV right there with those dudes, but in the end, they told me pretty much like, it's a bunch of them dudes, and was it really worth all the headache it would cause over a TV? But they would leave it up to me what I wanted to decide to do, and that they would support me. Just me to keep in mind that you know what I mean, that involved membership of their clique, homie. So it would potentially cause a ripple effect, probably statewide. You know what I mean? So of course, so when they put it to me like that, at the end of the day, it was just a TV. So we just kind of like squashed it, or just humbled ourselves and took a deep breath, man, and let it go. Well, I mean, I would say, Holmes, everybody along that path, bro, everybody along that walk. Yeah, I mean, I came in so young, so I mean, I didn't know how to shave. Keeping it real with you, man. I had a celly who told me, you puff your lift out like this, and this is how you shave. You know what I mean? And that dude was actually a member, bro. He was actually a member. The individual who told me that, and I don't want to say his name, but he was a member, bro. And he told me, I didn't know how to shave, bro. I was a young kid, homie. So I didn't know nothing, bro, because I didn't come from that. You know what I mean? Like I was a gang member, bro, from the streets, a gang banger, bro. You know what I mean? So I did this prison crap and just, you know what I mean, jails, bro. I didn't know nothing about that. I was from the street. I was a thug, homie. You know what I mean? I was a criminal. You know what I mean? I was a little rider. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to call it, bro. So I didn't really know nothing about none of this, bro. So everybody along the entire walk, homie, has helped me along this path, homie, to figure stuff out. You know what I mean? To stay out the way, to not get in trouble. There's some iconic figures and some notable big figures that had direct impact on my life. Like you were asking me about Artie from King Cobras. Artie Guzman. Like, he's one of them, no doubt. You know, Chavo from Bakers, he's another one that had major impact on my life. As well as just some regular dudes, bro, that nobody knows, that were just hip to the skip, bro. That knew the language, bro. They knew the talk, they knew the walk, they knew the get down. You know what I mean? But you were asking me specifically about Artie Holmes.
Yeah.
And like you know, Artie's get down, Artie's story, bro. It's this, bro. In truth, Don't was a straight gangster, bro. Don't was a straight gangster, homie. He looks like a gangster, homie. You could put him in a movie, homie, and he was fit. He was fit that role or that look like these characters are trying to act like, homie. You know? He been down since '77 or '78. That's Joe Morgan's crime and a chick named Helen. Those three are crimies together. I mean, his shit, homie, going back all those years, bro. You know, that chick Helen wanted a grown man bumped, bro. And she asked Joe and Mundo, Raymond Angel Mendoza, Joe Morgan, and a guy named Champion from Big Houses, Adolfo Reynoso, who later on went to the feds and he was the metal homie, you know what I mean? The main dude there, homie, for years and years and years. He just recently passed, I just seen. But other than that, homie, so, you know, from the very beginning, homie, Artie's whole shit started from the top, bro, from the major figures. Champ from Big House, bro, he was the head of the federal commission. You know, Joe Morgan, bro, he wasn't an original, unlike a lot of people think. You know, he was second generation in it. He got in after the fact that it was already established, you know, for a very short amount of time. But he got in after the fact. He is credited as being the godfather, but Joe was just an individual who wielded a lot of strength, a lot of respect, a lot of pizzazz, homie. You know what I mean? He was a real classy dude, bro. I personally never met Joe, but you know, like I came in '95. Joe died in '94 in Corcoran. Cancer. And but that's Artie's crimey, bro. That's Artie's crimey. And I heard somebody else was saying that's also his padrino who raised his hand for him. And it's not true though. That's not true. Artie's padrino, the one who raised his hand for membership, is also a spider from El Hoyo Manavia. He's dead. He's been dead for years. Joe wanted to do it. Joe wanted to do it for Artie, but he felt like if he did it, that you know, there's a lot of jealousy within all that stuff, you know. So there's a little cliquish. So basically, he didn't want Artie to come in under Joe because Joe was in conflict with some other members. The controversy, you know, there were some inner problems going on. So he didn't want Artie to come in and also be under that umbrella of that controversy.